Now, it's exactly 4 months into the start of the World Cup, so we thought we'd bring back a bit of this.
Welcome aboard this jet-Stelling flight to the World Cup.
It has gone through, so it's organised. We can travel by plane.
Connections USA, Mexico and Canada.
Left my blanket headphones on the plane again.
No, you didn't.
I can guarantee you on my last dollar that he will be on that plane.
If he didn't liven himself up in the beginning of the season, he wasn't getting on that plane.
I'm sitting on the plane, like, the doors are shut, and then they say, oh no, Darren, you can get off the plane now.
Was it Elon Musk or something, whatever his name is? He's already got a flying car.
I mean, when you fly, you know, you hold more water. I never liked flying.
Please fasten your seatbelt, Ally McCoist. No snacks whilst we're taking off.
What? Oh man alive, what's going on here?
Mr. Brazil, please put your phone on aeroplane mode.
Yeah, I'm sick of all this mamby-pamby rubbish.
And Mr. Parler, we do not have any Cobra bombs on board.
That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the England squad heading for the sets. Before we do, I just want to answer a question here. Said, why isn't anybody talking about Anthony Kim's 9-under final round to beat DeChambeau and Rahm in the Live Golf Aussie event? Because, guys, it was a Live Golf event. It doesn't count. Pointless. Waste of time. Waste of space. That is why we're not talking about it. Okay? Let's move on to the World Cup, edging closer. And it's interesting. We thought we'd dive into who might make the squad and who might not make the squad. Who'll be on Tuchel's plane? We'll focus this week on central midfielders and who might line up alongside Declan Rice. And I'll tell you what, I've got a question. Thomas Tuchel signing a longer contract. Do you think that could influence the squad that he takes to this World Cup? Because initially we all said, you know, it's just about this World Cup for Thomas Tuchel. He will just take players to win this World Cup. And to hell with the future, that doesn't matter. But now it's slightly different.
I see your point. My answer would be no. Because this is the big tournament. This is the biggest tournament that any nation can win and enter. And bearing that in mind, there is nothing going to alter his train of thought, which will, you know, in his mind, which will stop giving England their best opportunity. He will not. I know what you're saying. He's signed a contract beyond the World Cup.
Yeah.
But no, okay. He is looking, in my opinion, you can't look any further in the World Cup. No chance. He'll pick a squad that he believes give England the best opportunity to win that World Cup.
So we know Declan Rice is going, obviously, holding midfielder. So he's nailed on. For me too, in that position, and people might not like it, Jordan Henderson is nailed on because Tuchel clearly wants him. Tuchel's very loyal. He's put Henderson in his squads. And I think he will definitely take him, not necessarily even to play, but for his experience. And by the way, he's had a heck of a good season at Brentford on the pitch as well.
Of course he has. Has Kobbie Mainoo come into the running? Well, Elliot Anderson still ahead of him, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so do I.
I mean, for me, Elliot Anderson, not as good this season as last season, but that would apply to every Forest player.
I agree with that.
He's had a lot of games as well. But I think he's a certainty to go. There are 26...
Is Mainoo getting a mention at all?
Yeah, well, he will get a mention, but I think the choice, I think it's a straight choice. I think it's Adam Wharton or Kobbie Mainoo. And at the moment, Wharton's been in recent squads, you know, and Mainoo hasn't because he's been out of favour at Manchester United. So for me, Wharton is in pole position. But that might change.
Yeah.
Because I think if Mainoo is in the squads for the games in March, that's his chance. That's his chance to stake his place. And
correct.
You know,
you'd have to say
you won't get another chance.
No.
If you're not, you know, if you're not in those squads and doing well,
I think you
won't be going.
I think you make a good point. I think Kobbie Mainoo's only chance of going would to be make this next squad, obviously outside an injury to somebody.
Yeah,
but he has come back in and he's made a difference at United.
Yeah. But he needs to keep on looking, and we're talking about this in February. He needs to keep on doing it, obviously. Thomas Tuchel, well, look, he hasn't played for England since autumn 2024, so it's been a pretty long absence. But he's still very young. Thomas Tuchel watched him when Manchester United drew at West Ham. It wasn't his worst game, but it wasn't his best either.
Correct. Absolutely. His games prior to that, I think, were far better. But I made the point, I don't know whether you agree or not, I think that particular game, Manchester United don't win that game 6 weeks prior to it, 4 or 5 weeks prior to it.
Yeah.
They just got a little bit about them. I thought, by the way, if I spoke to you about that finish was out of this world.
Yeah.
Manchester United's equaliser.
That was sensational.
I'm telling you right now, there's only one. The defender thinks he's got that blocked, and Šeško, the only way he can do it is kind of flick it round the corner into the top corner. It was a brilliant goal. Bring it back to Kobbie Mainoo. I'm with you. I don't think he had a poor game, but I don't think he was as good as he'd been some of the games prior to that. He'll come into his thoughts, but I'm with you in the respect that I'm not sure he's done enough to get ahead of Wharton at this moment in time.
Not at this moment. He might. Yeah, I wonder as well if, in any way, shape or form, it'll come into Thomas Tuchel's mind that Adam Wharton doesn't score goals. Now, it's not their principal role. We know that. Hasn't scored in 70-odd games for Palace. Kobbie Mainoo does weigh in with the occasional goal for Manchester United. Look, I think he's going to be in the squads in March, Mainoo, and then it's in his hands, or his feet, if you prefer, up to him, really. Performs well, he could be on that plane to America. If he doesn't, well, he can book a place in Ibiza for the summer.
He likes Elliot Anderson.
Anderson's certain.
Yeah, and so he should, because he's done, I think, terrifically well.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Rice, Henderson, Anderson, nailed on. And I know people won't necessarily agree with Henderson, but I think he's nailed on. And I think Wharton will just edge out Kobbie Mainoo.
That's the one thing that we're speaking about, right? That Thomas Tuchel will not care about, and nor should he. That will probably be the one, if he takes Jordan Henderson, that might be the one in the squad that kind of splits opinion, right? But that's the kind of decision that won't bother him one bit, and he'll be more than happy to make it Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah. We shall see. There's still some time to go. Isn't there? First singles, Robin Harrow says, Reflection of My Life by the Marmalade, an absolute belter. And it was indeed. And Tracy in Dunfermline's got a confession to make. First single she bought was Atmosphere by Russ Abbott, bought in John Menzies in Pitlochry.
John Menzies in Pitlochry. Beautiful place, Pitlochry.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah. Look, coming up, we'll celebrate the incredible story of Macclesfield. The dream ended last night, but how proud can they be? We'll discuss that next